Oh my giddy giddy gosh, hiya Hans, it's me Christeen Ovs, and in this video we're talking all about the cut crease, how to do a cut crease. Now, it's actually quite an easy process once you know how, but there's many different ways to do it. Many different ways? No. Different products that you can use to achieve the cut crease, and I'm kind of going to show you all of them here today. What you're going to need is 2 beauty blenders. I've kind of like got 2 small ones. This one's, yeah, you'll see why. An eye primer. I use this Dole Beauty one just because, and then a cut crease product. I'm not going to use them all. I'm actually going to use these 2 to show you 2 different looks. One's like nude color, one is white. But then I'm going to show you how you can use a clown white and something else that isn't so... something that sets and something that doesn't set. There we go. Boom. So let's just begin. I'm going to start by priming my lids with a beauty blender and this. And then we'll come right back and then we'll get into it. Boom. Actually, no. I'm going to prime the lids and then I'm going to put my eyeshadow base on. What I'm going to do is I'm kind of creating the top layer of it. I'll show you it, but I'll speed it, but I'll show you it. Let's just move forward with the rest of our lives. Here we go. Right, now that it's on, let me just describe what I've done and what we're doing. So I'm using just a nude palette today from Beauty Bay, #nonspawn. There's a lot of Beauty Bay products here actually, but I've used this kind of medium brown first, and I've kind of blended it out with this lighter nude color just above it. Application doesn't need to be exact here because you're going to neaten it up with the cut crease. And then afterwards, we're going to go in with this kind of darker shade and maybe a bit of black, who knows, but we'll get there. Now, this is where the little and often rule comes in. We're going for this cut crease. I've not used these products before. They're brand new, but there's 2 shades. So I've got a nude shade, which I'm going to do on one side, like a skin tone, and then a white on the other side to show you the kind of similar application and kind of how it looks like with different colors, right? Yeah, that's kind of the point. And then these 2 products, the clown white and something that really dries, that is not intended. This is intended to be a concealer for some reason. I'm going to do it on my hand and I'm going to show you how to apply using the clown white, because this is what I used to use before I had anything else. This was my first cut crease product. So I just want to show you how to use it, but let's get this done first. Little and often, get your applicator. This is shade number 2. I actually thought shade number 1, sorry, there's something on my lips. I've got no idea. It feels like there's a hair, maybe. I thought shade number 1 was like clear, but it's not. I thought it was like a eye primer, but I'm not mad about it. Let's move forward. Yeah, from Beauty Bay. So we're going to go little and often. Now we're going to get up close, ignore the state of the eyebrows. They're overdue. I'm very much aware of that. And what I'm going to do is start on the lid and then working my way up closer to that eyeshadow to then create a strong defined line. But I'm not going to start on the eyeshadow. I'm going to start on the lid in case there's a lot of product on here. I work my way up, lots of little brushes like this. And when I get to the right place, I'm going to then drag it down. Let's see. So start on the lid, work my way up to the, oh, that's not bad. Work my way up to where I want the cut crease to begin and drag. I'm coming down onto the lid. Then I'm going to go back on, work my way up to where I want it to be and drag. So it's little and often. Start on the lid, work my way up to the eyeshadow and drag. Oopsie, we have a boo-boo. This is why we drag down, not across. Start on the lid, work my way up and drag. So this is carving out the thing. So this is a good technique if you're starting with a cut crease. If you know what you're doing, then just bam, go in for it. If you trust your application. And then we're going to follow the curve that I'm trying to make. I'm trying to create that illusion like this. Like so. And you're going to think, wow, girl, that looks messy. Yes, but this is why we have a beauty blender to then start patting and blending what's on the lid. Try not to go too far up to the cut crease that you've done because you will ruin the illusion. This is just on the lid, just to make it all nice and even. Just getting on the inner corner there, just to make that a nice line as well, because what we don't want is any kind of splotchiness, blotchiness, because it will be really obvious. And just blend it all out. And the best thing with this one being a skin tone shade, it can blend into the rest of your makeup and the rest of your eye. So this is why you don't need to be too neat either when applying the eyeshadow on the top layer. You can put it on and then sharpen it up with this. Now, options. I don't like using single-use products. I see people using a Q-tip or a cotton bud, whatever you want to call them, and they'll maybe wet it. I've seen people put baby oil on it, and they will, you know, get rid of the eyeshadow to then just have their eyelid showing through. No, the oil, let's discuss the oil in a second. I see people using a foundation. If you're using a foundation that has got less oil in it and you know about the formulation, go ahead, live your best life. But the oil breaks down makeup, and no amount of eye primer that you put on will create a barrier between the oil and your eyelid, and it's just gonna eventually break down your makeup. So if you want to last long in your cut crease, try to use no foundation and no concealer. The same with concealer. Concealer's got oil in it. It's gonna have the same thing. And there is oil in this as well, but I like to think that if you use little, in fact, I'm gonna show you on my hand, like I said, if you use little and then kind of use a powder to set it, you'll get the kind of same effect. So I'm just gonna do the other side in white, and then we shall continue with how I make this a bit more deeper and a bit more defined. Boom. Using the white. Actually, I'll show you it. So this is shade Base 1. It's called Base 1, hence why I thought it was an eye primer. But it's white. So we're going to go ahead and use that on the other side. Boom. Okay, bim bam bomb. So top tip, wipe the, no matter what you're doing on your eye, wipe the applicator before you put it back in, because there's some eyeshadow on it. And we don't want that mixing with the rest of the formula and changing the tone of the white. So there's how, with using these products, you can apply a cut crease, in which now I'm just going to deepen up with a darker brown. So I'm going to use this one on the corner here. I already have some on the brush. I'm using a very thin brush, and I'm just going to lightly tap along the kind of, on the eyeshadow, but along the kind of connecting bits. Get a close up, ignore the eyebrows. And that is how you get a deeper kind of set here. And you can add more. You want to add a black, you know, whatever color story you're going for, but I'm doing like a nude vibes, right? If you look at the difference, one is a bit more deeper, set, pronounced. The other one's a bit more, just getting there. The reason I use this step now after doing the cut crease is because in the past, I've put this darker shade on when putting the eyeshadow on, and when I've come to carve it out, this has been showing underneath the color that I'm putting on still. So I try to do it now and try and be careful with the application, rather than trying to add layer upon layer upon layer of this to cover this up that's underneath it. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna do the other side, and then we'll move on to showing you the clown white. Boom. And then just as normal eyeshadow application, I'm just getting a medium fluffy brush that's not been used, it's nice and clean, and just blending them together just to make it a bit more cohesive. So, as you can see, bam bam, I'm going to show you now how to use two different products. This one is not designed to be a cut crease or for the eyes. It is eye safe, but it's not designed for that. It's designed to be a concealer, and it's from Morphe. I think it's just concealer C0.00. I think that's what it's called, but it smells like Tipex, like it really does. So I've avoided using this for some time, but if you have it, I'm going to show you how you can use it. But more importantly, we're going to get to the clown white. So the application is going to be exactly the same, but I'm going to show you what particular brush is. This is a thick, heavy product. This has an applicator just like the other two did. So Clown White, I'm going to get really dense, deeply packed brush. If you don't know what a type of dense brush is, I have a video up that talks about different types of brushes and the essential brushes it's called, so have a look at that. I'm just going to tap in on the top very lightly, just to get some on the brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come around here. Which one are we looking at? This bottom one. I'm going to start in the middle. Now, like I did with the eye, start on the lid, work your way up. Because we're on the hand, it's a lot more firmer of the skin, so I don't need to do that. On the eyelid, your eyelid moves, hence starting on it and working your way up. So I'm just going to go straight in and start to carve the cut crease. So I'm just going to speed this bit up and get it on, and then I'll show you how to help it last. Okay, now something, I did prime this area with my Doll Beauty primer just to give you the same effect. It's not just on plain skin. Now, as you saw, the Morphe was much more wet. It's going to dry, but it's going to stay wet for longer until it does dry. There's still a bit at the top there. So if you're going to use something as wet as that, or even the other two that I used, and you're in a bit of a rush, you might just want to give a bit of a, a bit of a moment there. But the Clown White, as you can see, is giving us life already. All right, so this Clown White doesn't dry. The product it's like a cream. What kind of it's like oh, I don't know what it's like. It just doesn't dry. So I'm now going to layer on top of it to get a more brighter white. I use little and often. The rule is little and often. Don't forget little and often with any type of cut crease you're doing. So let's just get another layer on. Let's speed this up. Now that we've got that extra layer on, you see it's a bit more brighter now. Now that I've got that extra layer on, I've got two thin layers. We're going to get a white eyeshadow for this. Now, if you don't have a white eyeshadow, I have known people to use a talcum powder, but it's very, very loose and it's very easy to get into the brown and, or into the cut crease eyeshadow there and mess everything up. So I don't actually recommend using a, talcum powder. Sorry, someone's here. Oh, who's this? Are you cute? Oh, they're kind of cute. Oh, they could have seen me filming. I've got two bright lights on me. I think it's the bin men. It is the bin men. Hi. Let's move on. Want to learn? So yeah, I'm going to use a white eyeshadow and I'm going to very lightly stamp it on. Now, when you use an eyeshadow on a cream like this, you want to put it on, take it off, get some more. Put it on, take it off, get some more. Because your eyeshadow is going to stick to everything that's wet. And there's going to be nothing left here. Once you start pressing on the rest, you're just putting Clown White onto the brush. And when you go back in, you're then putting Clown White into the pan. So we don't want to be doing that. Pick it up, put it on, take it off, get some more. Again, little and often is the key here. And once you're comfortable that you've got it all done, you can just leave it be. And that is how, with an eye primer, two thin layers of Clown White, and then a white eyeshadow base, and a white eyeshadow base, you can get that same effect if you have a Clown White. This was my original cut crease. This is what I used to use, but I see some people struggling to use it, hence this video. Boom, bam, bum. And just to finish up with the Morphe product that I use, you see it's not very eventful at the top there. Let's see if we can get her popping a bit more with a white eyeshadow. Let's see if just putting her on the top is going to help. So not really. I'm not really a fan of yeah, that product. No, this is a personal no from me. But if you have it, that's how you use it. It's very wet. It takes time to dry, so please pay attention. I did just have to touch up. I don't know if you saw it in the previous clip. I had to touch up the eyeshadow because she had fallen and moved and gone. See you later. I'm off into the eyeshadow. So yeah, I prefer the Clown White. So anyway, that is how you do it. So now I'm going to finish up the rest of the eye and have a good time and come back and say goodnight and say hello to them. Oh my God, I've got a delivery. Oh my God, I've actually got a delivery. Oh, I've got a delivery. Okay, let's go answer the door. He's going to ding dong the bell, isn't he? He's going to say, oh my gosh, giddy giddy gosh. Is it? It's early. Oh my God, he's looking at me through the window. Oh, okay, let's go get this delivery. Excuse me. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Can you see it there for me, please? Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Just press it once and it will open there for you. Cheers, thank you. He couldn't get away fast enough. Anyway, yay, new stuff. Right, let's finish up this video. So that is how you can do 4 different products, how you can use 4 different products to cut, crease, and eye. We've obviously used nude on this side, like my skin tone on this side. I've used white here, that's kind of faded, although I prefer this kind of a look on this side, and the clown white. There would be my 3 go-tos. Yeah, if you liked it and you got this far and you learned something, you enjoyed it, whatever, you had a good time, leave that thumbs up, please, down below. Leave a comment, and whilst you're there, why not subscribe, please? Thank you very much. Okay, until the next time I get a delivery and answer the door in some slap. Stay safe, stay well, and as always, ciao for now.